Now, I do apologize for starting the video off with this image. I'm actually bookending this video with this image. Clearly, it's about the current March No Kings protests, which are just as ridiculous as all the other ones. Well, more so, actually. Now, this is political satire, they specifically call it. J.D. Vance with, I guess, a couch cushion that you can't really read strapped to them. Donald Trump, and of course the one. I mean, the other two behind them are part of it as well. But the one in the middle, this lady. Now there's a lot of AI about them, which is the bottom left. The other's not AI though. This lady, this whole performance piece they've done it's just indicative, I think, of the left wing's impotence, which it's just so silly and self-serving. It's not about sending a message to me. Like this doesn't send a message to me. Well, not a message against the Republicans anyway. This is about the greatness of the left wing. That's what this says to me.
You people who want to talk shit in my comments and say mean things, you wouldn't have the balls to say that shit to my face. And you know why I know that? Because you voted for Trump.
Okay. Yeah, you voted for Trump. God, someone needs to get her some suntan, and like a beach towel or a tarp, like a car protective something. I mean, damn, get her something. Anyway, actually, I just got to get that off the screen. Okay, now, this isn't much better, but you wouldn't have the balls to say that to her face because you voted for Trump. Last time I checked, Trump would sit side by side with the Japanese prime minister and make snide comments about how sneaky the Japanese were because of Pearl Harbor. Trump's not exactly a very polite person. I don't know what she thinks she's talking about here, but she goes on to say in this video, I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's 6 minutes long, but this is a video that she personally made, and she's very hurt. Her feelings were hurt in this, and she goes on to complain and accuse the government, all the traditional stuff, but I just wanted to play a little bit of it.
I want for people to understand that we have the power. These are elected officials. They're not doing their fucking job. And we need to rein them back in.
It's always the narrative with the lowest bidder that they have the power and that they can control the government.
It's social satire. It's political performance. It's art in action. It's a narrative that screams, we're taking our fucking country back.
I mean, you're not muted right now. It's just I didn't really know what to say. Is that the narrative that screams, we're taking our country back? Is that political satire? I mean, I guess maybe to some degree, but it's seems more like I said before. It's just self-serving. They only care about themselves. Clearly, like that's what this is. It's not about bringing down the right wing. They say it themselves. In the closing bit is another video of them. They say it themselves. They're just trying to hurt the right wing. They're just trying to make them angry, and well, they're the only ones getting angry, it seems.
And I'm just like, I'm surprised that this particular performance is getting all the shit that it's getting. Apparently,
Really,
the MAGAverse is just eating my ass alive. And that's okay, because some of the shit's pretty funny. I've laughed a lot today. And I haven't cried at all because, like I said, it takes a lot to make me cry. But the narrative, welfare warrior on wheels, it's just offensive. It's offensive,
So all of the stuff that they've said it's funny, but not enough to make her cry. But welfare warrior on wheels. So you see, everyone has a point of pride. No one wants to be pitied. Well, most people don't want to be pitied. Some people just get what they can get, no matter how they can get it. But she doesn't want to be pitied. Clearly, that offends her, and I understand that. Everyone should understand that. No one wants to be pitied, but you gotta understand when you go out there telling other people that they're sacks of shit and that they deserve to be eradicated. Well, what do you expect?
Because people with disabilities were more than our disabilities. It is a part of the people that we are, but it doesn't define us. And people need to realize that.
Yes, well, I think the tattoos and the septum piercing, and I think she's like doubled up on nose piercings. Actually, I think that does a plenty good job of defining you, even before you've done your weird cosplay as some Mad Max character here, even before you've done your political satire, as you call it. That's perfectly explained who you are. And so is this, actually. I can't show it for obvious reasons, but according to this, outside of Mar-a-Lago, female protesters were lifting up their shirts on Saturday. That's a protest to Trump, is it? Because I feel like Trump would like that. So again, this sort of seems more like the left wing is just doing whatever the left wing wants to do in order to make the left wing feel happy about themselves. I mean, look at this. Like, mother demands no kings, no PDF files, and no liars. Now you may be saying, mother? Who's mother? Well, you can't really see it very well, but they've got a globe hanging above this sign. Mother, as in Mother Earth? This is a 73-year-old man who's quoted as saying, "I'm just so angry. We have a war that we're not supposed to be in," according to whom exactly. "We have a president who does nothing but lie." Okay, that's mostly true. "I'm just fed up. I'm 73 in a couple of weeks. I lived through the Nixon thing, and I'm just here to protest and share my heart." The Nixon thing. It sounds like someone who only pays attention to politics when it's literally outside your door banging on a kettle. Mother demands no king. I mean, God, they're all so quick to throw around these kinds of weird accusations and such as well. Mother. I mean, you're just a hippie, aren't you? Just some like weird old hippie holding a weird sign. Who, like, what? The planet. The metaphysical planet is commanding me, and I should listen to that, huh? Okay, well, we've got the shaman here, the spirit walker, telling us that the planet speaks to them, and we're not allowed to do something because they say we're not allowed to do it. And we have more signs here where defend democracy while you still can. Democracy and dictators. Choose wisely. Or dictatorships. Choose wisely. So is that like a threat? Like, it's pick the correct timeline. You want to be on the right side of the history, or do you want me to attack you? Those are your options. You get to pick one. You either side with me or I attack you. And it said around this dude with the globe, around him, there's throngs of people, many in costume. Yes, they love their costumes, don't they? Here's one I saw on Reddit the other day, which is just yet another fat lady covered in ugly tattoos who's dressed up as Lady Liberty in chains. And whenever you see one of these things posted, like 83,000 upvotes in less than a day, whenever you see one of these posted, which, by the way, is at like every single one of these rallies, it's not some sort of new special thing that they've come up with. I don't even know if this picture's from this particular No Kings. It says it's an LAPD, but like this could have happened sometime last year, because I swear I've seen these women, maybe not necessarily so haggard looking, but I've seen these women dressed up as Lady Liberty and being arrested, and there's always someone in the comments saying, "Oh, the chains are a nice touch, very clever." Is it clever? Is it? I guess you'll have to thank the French for that one. Yes, they love their uniforms. They think it's very clever and funny, and these groups are being organized by known progressive coalitions such as Indivisible, which is a good name, 5501 or 50501. I don't know. I'm not sure what that's even supposed to stand for. And Move On, which is what I'm going to do right now, and what all of these people should do on, because this is just it's just ridiculous. For me, it boils down to cruelty I'm seeing in the world right now, said Hannah Abrams of Menden. Really? Well, cruelty, huh? Here's the not so cruel progressive happy good feelings left wing. Yeah. Is this good? Is this happy? Yeah, we've got to take out the cruel right wing. They're evil, right? Unlike the left wing, who are wearing shirts that are illegal to wear, which is telling people to go murder federal agents, that are spray painting walls, which is probably a DHS facility. I don't know where this is, but spray painting it with violent rhetoric, telling people to commit murder. Of course, these are young, agitated youths brainwashed by the Democrats, and they're wearing masks. It's funny how the federal agents aren't allowed to wear masks, but the aggressive, murderous left wing are allowed to wear masks. I guess it's kind of like how they want to murder federal agents, and that's not violent and cruel. But when the right wing wants to get rid of illegal immigrants or something, that is violent and cruel. Weird how that works, isn't it? Yes, these violent, angry youths. This is, again, the No Kings rally, kicking at the gate, bashing it down. You think any of these kids have any serious problems in their life? Are they old enough to have back problems? You ever throw your back out of appendicitis? Have any kind of like kidney stones? They develop multiple sclerosis or anything like that? Do you think they have anything wrong in their life aside from this? And what is this exactly? That they have some sort of chip on their shoulder against an imaginary enemy that they've been trained to go after. I know a lot of them are cameramen in this particular photo, but you can see, I mean, this guy could be a paid agitator for that, right? Look, they're all like, it's just so like feels like fake and forced, but there are a lot of people out there who are like this and are going out there and starting trouble and attacking people, and this is the good group. This is the kind group, but it's okay when you've convinced yourself that your enemy is completely indefensible, right? They're pure evil, then you're allowed to do anything you want to them, right? You can call them anything you want. You can attack them any way you want. So that makes this good, right? Is it good, though?
There is only one solution! Communist revolution! Communist revolution! There is only one solution! There is only one solution!
Do they seem angry to you, huh? They're all smiling and singing chants. Oh, they're always singing their chants. They're either chanting or they're making some sort of rhyme out of an acronym. They're all sitting there smiling. Oh, look at how angry he is. Oh, look how angry she is. They're so mad, aren't they? Look at this guy smiling too. They're always smiling. You know why they're smiling? Is because they don't actually care. They just have nothing better to do with their lives. They're just nobodies, miserable, wanting to have meaning. And trust me, I get that. I understand wanting to have meaning. But this, and it's always like this, it's always some group of nobodies who are trying to destroy something in order to give meaning to their own pitiful lives. They're sitting here waving around communist Russia flags, holding up LGBTQ flags, holding up flags in foreign languages, holding up flags that say F Trump, etc., all that good stuff. And there's no war on Cuba, no kings. I mean, how many narratives can you possibly have in overthrow the Epstein class? All of this in this one picture. How many narratives can you have? Abolish ICE. I have no idea why that black screen, it keeps flickering, but there's just so many narratives. And it's not going to leave you, man. This is your life forever. This is going to be on the internet forever. Everyone knows that you're out here waving around a communist flag. You think that you're like hot shit for doing this, but it's never going to leave them alone. Look at her smiling. Oh, they're all having a happy time, aren't they? They're so angry about Trump. They don't look angry. They look like they're having fun. Look at this. Guy got a sign out here. I don't know, guy or girl. Deportation is small dick energy. If you went to protest Kamala Harris or AOC and you said whatever their message was, like abortion is small breast energy, you would be lynched to death. But it's okay. It's okay to make fun of men. It's okay to make fun of the physical appearance of men, right? That's allowed. Because the left wing is the feminist party, the misandrist party, the sexist party. It's okay to insult men because it's okay to be sexist towards men. It's okay to be a communist. They have infinite narratives because they have no actual argument. They're just saying things because they're angry children and also old hippies. And here as well, if our voice has no power, they would not try to silence us. What I really want to point out here is that that's a child. That's like a 10-year-old girl with her mother holding a sign, a political sign. She's being brainwashed to push democratic agendas on the side of the road. Is this moral? Is this good? I mean, what the hell? There's more people holding up great signs, Iranian signs. Yeah, they're cheering in favor of Iran against America. The ringleader called on Hamas and Hezbollah, resistant forces and popular forces, and said that whenever a soldier of the U.S. comes back home in a casket, they cheer. And this is what's good for America, for our soldiers to die. Because yay, Iran. This is what's good for America, is it? Praising Cuba, praising Iran, praising Venezuela, praising I mean, they're waving around communist Russian flags, for Christ's sake. I know they're doing it as a parody, but at what point does it cease to be a parody? So I just want to draw some comparisons here. This is a Black Lives Matter thing, as you can probably tell. Big old smile on her face, right? There's a White House in the background. Now, it's kind of difficult during Black Lives Matter to get pictures of people smiling due to the fact that it was during the height of COVID. People were a little bit more wary about the masks. But I watched a lot of streams and such back then. A lot of people were smiling because they don't actually care about what they're doing. They're just trying to do something, anything to give their life meaning, to make them feel meaningful. A lot of them don't care about the message at all. They just want to be part of something. Here's a much smaller picture. You might have to squint, but again, very prominent position for them to take this picture with their signs, and they're smiling. This is like couples smiling for the camera during a protest because they're so upset about that person being killed due to racism. That's why they're posing for a picture while smiling, right? And here's the kind of like collage picture of it, I suppose. Now at the bottom, they have like superimposed pictures here, which is just taken from this actual image, so you can ignore those, or just it's just easier to see them, I guess. Like Google, 40% of cops can be seen here in the middle. So here's the thing. This is the same problem the left wing always has. They have no through line for anything. It's just whatever someone wants. Black Lives Matter, that was about George Floyd, right? Well, no, it was about racism. Well, then who the hell is Breonna Taylor? What is it, Breonna Taylor? Why is that listed there? It's about George Floyd, right? No, it's about racism, right? Well, here's this silence is violence on the sign as well. So that's, again, it's like the sign from earlier. You can choose between democracy and fashions. Dictatorship is what it said. It's forcing you to pick, and it's saying that you're going to be attacked if you don't side with me. You're not even allowed to be apolitical. And speaking of all the extra things they're tacking on here, why does my skin get under yours? The under's rainbow colored. Well, I thought it was about racism. Black Lives Matter, but the matter is in rainbow color. Well, I thought it was about racism. Google, 40% of cops. Well, I thought it was about racism. Why are you trying to make it about LGBTQ? Why are you trying to make it about defunding the police and destroying the government? Why are you trying to make it about Breonna Taylor? It's not about that, is it? It's not about racism either. It's just about angry people trying to get what they want. And here's a No Kings protest. F ICE, resist, keep your name off our money. How many deaths for the Epstein war? No Kings. Well, all these different messages. All of these different messages, some of them totally unrelated to each other. It just shows the lack of organization even in their thought process. Like, they don't even know what they're doing. They have no idea, aside from being bored, I guess. This is another No Kings one, where you can see the frog suits everywhere. They love their frog suits. There's one depicting Trump as Hitler. There's all the bad, ice bad, resist tyranny, just remove these lunatics, No Kings. It's just so many different signs. Peace, not war. They have no through line. It's all just random crap. I'm sure if you could see this a little bit better, there'd probably be some LGBTQ, trans, whatever in here as well. But the Democrats need to just prune out all the BS and have like a strong message. And they'll never be able to do that because of how they've made their current party to be this like all-inclusive Katamari ball, like No Kings. They just keep saying that over and over again. They keep saying these things that don't really mean anything to anyone but them. So it has no power, really. I mean, No Kings. Is that like during Black Lives Matter, which is where this is from, to serve and protect who? Yeah, okay, so Black Lives Matter, they were trying to get rid of the government as well, right? Defund the police. To serve and protect who exactly? Again, this is an anti-government sentiment that's just a bunch of angry kids trying to destroy the government because they got mad about something that had nothing to do with them and didn't affect their life at all. Something that they probably didn't do any research on or understand even the slightest bit of. They just got mad and they went out in the streets, and this is the result. They'll come after you, they'll harass you, they'll demand you to be compliant with them, and if you're not, then they will attack you. You're their enemy then. It's such a weird narrative that they have. They're not trying to win you over, they're trying to threaten you. They are giving you the choice, the good side or the evil side. And if you happen to know anything about anything, you might choose the side that isn't theirs. You know, the one that's not spray painting to murder your local federal agent on the walls of buildings. You might pick the other faction for some reason or another, and the result of that is they will attack you. They will come after you and attack you. Just want to show this real quick. this is the average person out here protesting.
Coming up and talking to us. Come on over here. And she's saying no. She said no. But
It's a bit weird here that she doesn't want to actually talk to this guy, and he's dragging her out to talk to him.
Talking to us all day.
I've been asking you.
You've been asking.
We won't let history repeat itself, said the Puerto Rican woman who definitely did not fight in World War II or have anything to do with it, really, I would imagine, especially because she probably wasn't alive.
That's when we're
CLT,
on.
yeah.
Yes, when CNC's on, you know, we're not only on TV, we're on stream, you know, we're on your mobile app, we're every place.
Okay.
Why
That was the weirdest plug by him ever, and she was just like, yeah, dude, okay.
why are you here? Tell us who you are, first of all, and where you're from.
I'm third generation American.
Third generation American.
And this is my first protest, and I felt that I needed to be here today.
Third generation American from where?
Puerto Rico. My mother is Puerto Rican.
A third generation, her mother's Puerto Rican. She doesn't know where her grandparents are from, but she's a third generation. Puerto Rico, Puerto Ricans have been U.S. citizens since 1917 and can move freely between the archipelago and the U.S. Oh, that's interesting. There's another similar protest happening. I mean, a meaningful protest, but it is a similar protest in the USA. It's happening in New York City. Hundreds of protesters swarm a proposed New York City's men's homeless shelter, blocking the construction truck. Now, this was scheduled way back in 2023, so it's not like it's Mamdani's fault, although he's still going along with it. This 150 capacity men's shelter is being put in an area near a lot of public things like parks and such that people are not so happy about. They're saying it's a major thoroughfare that mothers and children and elderly people take every day. The subway is right there. The homeless shelter that houses dangerous people needs to be in isolated areas, not in the middle of major transportation hubs, Zhang said. And yeah, you're right. Now, this councilwoman, community member, she was something. Yeah, Councilwoman Susan Zhang. She was arrested last year, 2024 it was. July 2024. She was stopping a police officer from arresting someone else, and she bit the cop, which I'm not condoning doing that. But ever since she did that, it sparked more and more people coming out. There's more people protesting this now, and you may have noticed from the names or from looking at them that they're all Chinese. Really, they're all Chinese, and yeah, that's pretty much the most American protest I've ever seen. That's like an old school American protest, just like old people and their signs just sitting there in the shade. It's not people in frog suits waving around communist flags at the very least, and yet they're literally Chinese. Or Chinese immigrants. I mean, the Chinese people have been here since the gold rush, or even before that. I don't know when the first person came over, but it's been a hot minute. So it's not like they're not American, but they're doing a very American style protest. I mean, that's so much more American than what the No Kings protests are supposed to be. And what do they want? They're not trying to stop some foreign war. They're not trying to stop some dictator from being arrested or captured or whatever term you want to use by the Trump admin. They're not trying to stop anything like that. They're trying to stop the New York City mayor from allowing a men's homeless shelter for 150 men being built right in the middle of their major transportation areas, right next to where people live and hang out and stuff, because they're worried. And I wonder why they're worried. Well, maybe it's because, as the sign says, homeless shelters can't really help the homeless. And this is a completely reasonable, logical thing for them to be mad about. There's a quote by someone named Alex Lynn here, the protester, says, Mamdani thinks he can put homeless shelters in any neighborhood he wants because he wants the homeless to feel like they are at home, because maybe being around families will rehabilitate them. He could put shelters anywhere in the city, but he chooses to put them right in the middle of our neighborhood. I'm not sure Mamdani's at least originally to blame for this. If it was in 2023 that it was slated for, it's supposed to be done in 2027, but it's a reasonable thing to be angry about 150 homeless men being sheltered right near where you live. This is what I mean, we've got millions of people out doing No Kings protests, and how many people are they actually helping? Like, they could be actually helping people in the country, but instead, they're just sitting there smiling and waving around communist flags. Are they actually helping anybody? They're not even helping their own community. They just think they're saving the country. They think they're saving the world. They think they're taking down Hitler. They've always had this narrative. The left wing has been saying this for years. They've been saying, like, I punch fascists. You don't do that, though. You're just someone who hates Elon Musk, and you hate Elon Musk just because he's some eccentric billionaire, and that's it. That's all it is. One of the elderly ladies in our community was spat on by a homeless person when she couldn't respond to them in English. I mean, what the hell? Like, I do think if you live in America, you should try to learn English, but spitting on someone is foul, no matter who you are, no matter where they are. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. That's just disgusting. Like, is that the people we need to be taking care of? The people spitting on other people? There's a reason they're homeless. There's a reason you don't want them in your community. And yet, we're building homeless shelters for them. And again, like that sign said, it doesn't really help anyone. That's not actually helping. But these people, they're protesting for something to help their actual community where they live, and that's sensible. What's not sensible is going out and waving around communist flags, trying to kick down fences. They're apparently hurling cinder blocks and stuff like that. There's a lot of crap going on, like women flashing their breasts, and of course, this. Yes, we're watching the Asmongold version.
Nationwide, no kings. What does no kings protest mean?
We're out here making fun of these insane people that currently have power in the White House because you have to clown fascists. They hate it, it hurts their ego, and it gets people going.
Remember when the lady in the wheelchair said that it was like performative art, that it was political satire? And now this bitch is just sitting here saying that they're doing it because it gets the right wing angry. And they're not angry. They're disgusted. Look at y'all. Look at this degenerate. That's what they are, degenerates. This is why people hate the left wing. They don't hate that you're trans or that you're gay. They hate that you're doing it in public. They hate seeing men in baby doll nightgowns walking around wearing dog collars in public. It's not because you're whatever you are. It's because you're in public. You're doing this in front of kids. It's disgusting. Does Asmongold look like he's upset? No, he's amused. We're all amused. Because this is pathetic. Anyway, what is there to say about this? I mean, it's... Like, I understand being upset about some of the things Trump's done. And I understand being upset about the smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of lies and such... a lot of half-truths at the very least. But this... I mean, this... Like, what is this? There's like 1,000 different narratives here. LGBTQ, trans, black people, women, anti-Iran war, anti-Cuban war, anti-Venezuelan war, pro-Ukraine war, anti-Israel, pro-Palestine. I mean, it's like a million different things. This isn't about Trump. It's not even about democracy. This is just angry children and demented geriatric patients who have nothing better to do with their lives besides worship an inflatable frog. It's weird. Anyway, I just wanted to rant about it a little bit because felt like I should say something. These people marching down the streets, ironically or maybe unironically, praising communism, they are, I would not say Democrats. They are just bored idiots who need something to do with their lives. And, God, it is sort of funny praising communism with that backdrop, isn't it? Applebee's. Anyway, thanks for watching. I didn't know what to say about this besides, like, I had to say something. I mean, one of the Mad Max lady was too good to pass up, but this is just top-tier America right here. Americans having no idea what they should be doing, and so they do the exact opposite thing of what they should be doing. That's classic. Anyway, if you enjoyed, please do the YouTube things.